What's going on? Good evening, folks. What's going on? Welcome to another episode of the Underdog Sports Talk Show, podcast, forecast, whatever you want to call it. That's what we eat. That's what we are. And we're here to give you guys another one. As you all know, when I start Ring Talk, I got both my hosts. I got Jay Superstar in the building. And I got Tutti Love in the building.
Yo.
And we got what? How many days left to Christmas? We want to yell out Merry Christmas to everybody out there.
Merry
6 more days.
6 more days?
6 more days.
That's what's up. 6 more days. 6 more days to Christmas. I hope everyone is getting their shopping on. I know 2022 is a bad year for a lot of us. Just hope everybody's pulling through it. We're here to give you guys another one. We're here to give you guys another episode of Ring Talk. We got some interesting drama that's going on in the ring and outside the ring. First and foremost, Jay, what's up? What's going on? How you doing? How's everything?
I'm doing good, bro. You already know, baby.
That's what's
Waiting
up.
for these couple of days to go by. Can't wait for the next year to come through already, man. I'm anxious. It's January 7th. Ooh, we going over there too. So, I'm lit. I want to go, baby.
I'm pretty sure everybody's looking forward to 2023. Me, I don't think 2023 is going to be no different than 2022. I'm praying that it's better. You know what I'm saying? It's just too much BS going on, man, with the government and politics, and there's a lot of crazy shit. Don't be surprised if 2023 is going to start with a banger on the negative side. I hate to be negative, but they saying there's a lot of things going to happen in 2023. Let's just pray that everything goes well. And that's all I can say about that. Tutti, what you got going on today, man? What's up?
Hey, nah, I'm real heartbroken. I went to the Dallas game yesterday, man. And the way to see my team lose like that, my first time seeing my team play live, and to see them lose like that, yeah, yo, it discouraged me, man. I don't think I'm going to another Dallas game, man.
I'm trying. Hold on a second. There we go. And
other than that, everything is good, though.
My Giants,
other than that,
everything
else is good.
All I can say is that
Yo,
you got that horn.
Thank you to the Giants. Thank you to the Giants. Thank you to the Giants.
We hope y'all locked in that.
Yeah. Thank you, Giants. I appreciate the love, man. Appreciate the
Y'all better hold it down this weekend. Y'all better win.
Yep.
Yo, we have to.
Yes, sir. We got Peding in the building.
Show type of statement.
PD.
What's up, Peding? You already starting this shit. Why Tutti looks like Why Tutti looks so stiff? Is he okay? Tutti,
Nah, it's my camera. I think the Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Well, folks, we're here to give you guys another episode of Ring Talk, and usually, I like to start the show with the fight that happened this past weekend with Frank Martin versus Michelle Rivera. The guy who he's always imitating Ali. He wasn't Ali that night. I mean, he fought a good fight, but Frank Martin he came with his A game. Let me get to that slide before anything.
Wait, what are you talking about? His grandson? Ali grandson?
No, not that guy. Not that guy. There's a guy. His name is Michelle Rivera. He's Dominican, and he really is inspired by Muhammad Ali. That he's got the haircut, the trunks, the boots, everything. He looks. They call him Ali. Yeah. Hold on a second. That's Ali right there. When Frank Martin, he hit him with a 2-piece, knocked him down.
No, but that dude that's rocking him, he could fight.
Oh yeah, Frank Martin. Yeah, Frank Martin. He was doing his thing.
Yeah. I seen him fight before.
Yeah,
that dude could fight, man.
Yeah, he could fight. He did his thing, man. He did his thing. Frank Martin won unanimous. He knocked him. I don't know. I don't remember what round he knocked him down. Jay, you remember what round he knocked him down? He knocked out. Oh, wait a minute. I got you on mute. My fault. My fault. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I don't know why I got you on mute. Hold on a second, Jay. There you go. Yeah, what you
Yeah,
was,
I think it was. I think it was anywhere from the 6th, 7th round, around that 7th, 8th round.
yeah, he knocked him down, man. He came back up, he got back up and finished the fight, but Frank unanimously won that fight. So
Absolutely.
shout outs to Frank on that one. Also we had right after the fight, he called out some names. He called out Tank Davis and Devin Haney. Um, to me, I don't think that's a smart move right now. I don't think you think he's ready for that, Jay or Tuti. You think he's ready? You think Frank is ready for that? That kind of smoke?
I, I mean, not for nothing. He had a great performance this Saturday. This past Saturday, I was really impressed with Frank Martin. I thought that Michelle Rivera. Um, I thought he was gonna pull. I thought he was gonna get the W.
Mm-hmm.
But to be all honest with you, Michelle didn't. He was supposed to switch up, man. He was not supposed to keep doing the same thing over and over. He just kept doing the same thing over and over, and Frank Martin just capitalized on that, and he adjusted. You know what I'm saying? He was able to make some adjustments,
Yeah,
and unfortunately, Michael Rivera didn't, and he paid the price. He lost his all. But one thing I do tell you is I'm proud of that kid, Michael Rivera. I think I
Michelle,
think this loss is gonna make him a better fighter because these young kids they don't face each other at when they're young. They don't want to lose the O. He
nah,
he
you
was
don't.
he actually went in there and he wanted to he wanted to test the waters and see how where he's at. And even though he lost, he still lost on his feet. I still think he can improve a whole lot. He has a great jab, that Rivera kid, and I really think that he has a future. He could still do some good things, and
Hey,
he's young. The kid is only 24 years old. Now let's talk about Frank. Frank is a hell of a fighter. I think Frank he can do whatever he want to do right now. I'm
hmm,
not sure. I'm not so sure he can go after the champion, Devin Haney, but
yeah,
he could definitely give good fights. He could probably go in there with Keyshawn Johnson if Keyshawn Johnson wants to risk that. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Keyshawn Johnson was calling people out. Hey, there goes Frank Martin. You know
right.
what I'm saying? Shurkur Stevenson don't got a dance partner. Shurkur, this man's right there. He ain't ready. He's ready to go. So it's all. I mean, I was really impressed with Frank Martin this weekend.
Yeah, he did. He fought a good fight. He fought a very good fight. I was surprised myself.
Yeah,
Tuti, what about?
he dominated a real boxer, man. Something, we have to give him credit for that. He really dominated Michelle Rivera. Even though I think there was a lot, you could tell in Michelle, he was trying to work the jab, but when the jab is not working, you have to know how to make adjustments.
Right.
I just think he just kept doing the same thing, and Frank just capitalized on it. Like I was saying before, he made it. I want to say this. This kid made adjustments that made the fight look easier for him. It was. I don't think it was an easy fight for him, but he won every, like, the rounds that he was dominant. He dominated. Like,
Right.
I thought the fight was a little more closer than what the people gave it to. There was people that gave it a shutout, that pitched it a shutout for him.
Right.
I think it was not a shutout, but man, he looked phenomenal last Saturday night.
Yeah, he did. Tuti will be right back. As you guys can see, he's not on the camera right now. He's attending a phone call. He'll be right back. He'll jump back on the live. My take on Frank. He's got a hell of a coach. Derek James. Um, he's been training him ever since, right? So also Frank
Yeah, that's the same coach that he's coach of the year.
coach of the
Shout
year.
outs to him.
Shout outs to
Yeah,
him.
shout outs to him. You know what I'm saying? We gotta give some shout out. About time that he got the coach of the year. I believe that he's Earl. That's one thing about Frank Martin. Also, that he's been training with the Charlos and he's been training with Earl, so he has a lot of experience with top notch level fighters. You know that gave him the edge, I believe, in this fight with Rivera. I believe that Rivera tried his best, but it was to no avail. This kid got a lot of tricks up his sleeve, and we didn't see everything from Martin. But yeah, man, shout out to the coach. I think he did a great job. He gave them the right information, and they won the fight cleanly.
What's crazy about this that right away on Twitter, I was looking at some Twitter some some of the I was looking at some of the what do you call it? Some of the people posting uh Shakur Stevenson, and then the fans really riled up these boxers, man, to the point that they just they want to get it on, man, and it doesn't work like that. There's levels to this, man. You got to really like start from a Shakur has not fought nobody at 135. He's going into 135. You know what I'm saying? So for him to take that fight right now, I mean, not to say that Shakur can't handle his own against Frank Martin, but it'll be a good fight. But I don't think promotions is gonna let that rock. I don't think Errol Spence is gonna put his fighter in that situation just yet. Also, this fight was a WBA eliminator where Martin, he can fight for one of the belts that Devin Haney is holding right now. So,
Yes.
what are your thoughts on that, Jay?
Well, there's a lot of fish to fry. I tell you that much for Devin Haney.
Yeah,
We all know that all roads lead to Devin Haney, so there's a lot of fish to fry. But it's like Tank. Like Devin said, Tank. If Tank wanted to fight, he could have been had it.
Mhm.
I'm not saying Tank is ducking Devin Haney whatsoever, but there is a reason why that fight hasn't happened, and I think that Martin is ready to, he's ready to go. Frank Martin is ready to go. We all know that Devin Haney, there's he's trying to work out a date with former undisputed lightweight champion Vasily Lomachenko. He's trying to set up a date for March. I believe Lomachenko wants to fight in May or so, and I think because of purposes of religious purposes for Ramadan, Devin Haney is a Muslim and he doesn't want to fight uh, in that date, and I think there's enough time to get a fight done by March. I don't see why it can't happen in March. Um, but there's a lot of fighters that Devin Haney could take on. It's all on up to when his body's gonna hold the lightweight division. That's the big question mark here.
Right. Um, Frank Martin also, just to add, he's 27 years old. He had a late start in his career. He's got 17 fights, no losses, 12 coming by way of knockout. And I think Errol Spence is going to move him. He's going to move him in a way where he's going to get because what promoters do is basically they get their fighters, they try to meet their fighters' goal, and on top of that, right? Once they meet their goals, once they I'm looking for a word, uh, they try to accomplish their goals first, and then they get to the big bag. You know what I'm saying? That's
Well,
that's what these promoters are built to do. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And now that
what the
I'm
promoters do is they build their confidence.
yeah,
They start building their confidence. They start off with C-level fighters just to get them,
oh, of
just to
course,
get their just to get their feet wet.
yeah,
Pretty much that's what I know exactly what you want to say. But there comes a time, when fighters need, you take on these opponents that are hungry also,
Right.
and that's when you know who's who.
Well, Frank, he better get going because he's 27 years old and Father Time is undefeated. So he better get going.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So shout outs to Frank Martin once again. Shurkur, chill out. You're gonna get you'll get your shine. There's more fish to fry in the 135 pound. Uh lane, you still got Cepeda, you got Pitbull Cruz, you got Cambosers, even though they all don't want to fight him, but he's got a couple of fishes to fry before, he gets to, try to get to the belt or to get that shine. Let's see where you at 135, and then, we'll think about Frank Martin.
Yeah.
Where the hell is Stuthi? He broke out on us. But that's all we have for well, actually no, because we got another one with Shurkur. We'll talk a little bit more about Shurkur. Shurkur is trying to land a fight at 135. Nobody has really reached out to the J Prince camp to try to get this fight going. I don't know what's going on. What are your thoughts on that, Jay?
I just believe that nobody wants to get in there with a guy that you can't hit, and it's uncomfortable fighting a guy like that. That's gonna make you look like you're nobody. And Shakur Stevenson has the tools. He has all the ring IQ to do so. And I just believe that you're looking at one of the best fighters in the world right now, pound for pound, and it's early in his career. We all know that. There's a lot of more things that he needs to prove, but little by little, he's gonna take the boxing world under his shoulders. And I just think that boxers know, who you're gonna fight. You don't want to fight a mover like him that can, in a minute, a second he's here, the next second he's over there, next second he's throwing 3, 4, 5 punches. He's right out. He's in the pocket. He moves out. He's jumping all over you. He's a southpaw. I mean, dude, I know what I'm telling you. He's a very awkward fighter to fight,
Yeah.
and on top of that, he's young. He got that dog in him, and he's one of the best fighters in the world, pound for pound, hands down.
Yeah, Shurkur. My take on Shurkur, he's got time. He's gonna blow. I think he's gonna dominate at 135. I don't think. Do you see a Shakur and Tank in the near future or what?
Absolutely, that's the fight that we might be able to see next year, because I know that Devin Haney is a big lightweight. He's big. He's getting big. Every 2 or 3 months that go by is like the worst thing that can happen for Devin Haney, because his body. He's only 24 years old. He's getting bigger as we speak. And he said he really he's like a welterweight. That Devin Haney's a big lightweight. So that being said, it's becoming increasingly hard for him to make the 135-pound division.
Yeah.
For those that don't know, they're not gonna understand boxing. A lot of people don't understand. They think that's only, oh man, what are you talking about? It's only 12 pounds up. That's not hard for him to do. It is very hard. It's very hard to do, and it's not easy. And I just think that Devin Haney is gonna move up soon. Um, and it's going to be Shakur Stevenson versus Gervonta Davis. That's a hell of a fight. I would love to see. My dream fight is seeing Devin Haney versus Tank. You know, but if there's not a lot of money behind it, I'm not sure if Devin Haney will stay too long at the lightweight division to take on Tank. But I definitely know that there's gonna be a Tank Davis versus Shakur Stevenson fight. That I can guarantee.
Well, yeah, because if Tank is down there, if Tank is still at 135, he's gonna have to face him no matter what.
Yes, unless Tank's move to 140, which I don't
140,
see
yeah.
him doing that anytime soon. You got Regis Prograis at 140. You got Teofimo at 140. Josh Taylor at 140. But Josh Taylor has a busy date. He's gonna fight.
Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia is also at
No, he's
140.
gonna fight the other guy. Yeah, Ryan is moving to 140. The 140 pound division is gonna be interesting in like a year or two once these guys start moving up. And then we're gonna be feeling the same way the 135 division is. The way the 135 division is loaded right now. I can name you 10 good lightweights off the back right now. You know. But yeah, man. It's loaded, but definitely we're gonna definitely see a Shakur because Shakur Stevenson just moved up to 135. Tank, I don't see him moving up to 140 no time soon. He's comfortable at 135, and that's a fight that we should be looking for. Tank Davis versus Shakur Stevenson.
All right. just to get off Shakur for 1 second, and let's talk about Devin Haney, Lomachenko, and Tank, right? And we spoke about this off the air, Jay. And I just want to share with the audience. Devin Haney, right? You're saying that he's gonna have a hard time. He's having a hard time staying. Making 135, and he's planning on moving up, right? Well, there is rumors out
Yes,
there saying that Lomachenko may be his last fight at 135. So
yes.
where would that, right? If he moves up to 135, where would that leave Tank as far as that showdown going down at 135 with Devin Haney and Tank?
Well, if let's say for instance Devin Haney does fight Loma, and he should be the favorite in that fight. He's the younger coming up fighter. He's undisputed, and he does beats Lomachenko. Then and let's say Devin Haney moves up in weight, them titles are gonna be vacant. Um, and that's where Tank can fight for the. He is the reigning. He can fight for the WBA, so he can fight for the title immediately.
Right,
You know, but the whole thing about it is, will Devin Haney lead the lightweight division? If there's a lot of money involved, he might just make the sacrifice and make the fight at 135. That's if there's enough money. Um, that being said, uh, if it's vacant, there's a lot of guys that's going to be right there on the line trying to get the title. And we all know who's the top guy after Devin Haney. Who's the top guy at 135 is Gervonta Davis.
right,
Gervonta Davis been at 135. He's fought at 135. Shakur Stevenson hasn't fought at 135, but I'm sure that Gervonta Davis and Shakur Stevenson can get it. That's what I said in 2023. We should be looking forward for, it's already tense there. These guys, they talk like they don't like each other. Shakur Stevenson said on the Twitter account that he will never let a midget beat him. He went hard on him, and look what Tank said. Tank said, "I cracked him, and I cracked both of them." Like
right,
they talking breezy, so you cannot count out a Shakur Stevenson fight versus Gervonta Davis. I'm hoping that we could see the Devin Haney fight because that's the fight that I want to see. Devin Haney deserves that big fight with Gervonta Davis, but if it don't happen, there's a lot more fighters that he can fight at 140. And
right.
I would love to see Devin Haney with Teofimo Lopez. That's a fight that I want to see personally.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. With the last performance of Teofimo Lopez, that last performance, he's not gonna last in that ring with Devin.
Exactly, and that's why I keep telling people, I don't know why people. I understand, I do understand. I'm not gonna lie to you. I do understand how Devin Haney's style is not appealing to the public. You know, for a random, if you take a guy that doesn't know anything about boxing and you tell him, hey, look, let's go watch this guy. His name is Devin Haney. Let's go watch him. He Devin Haney might not win by knockout, and the guy might not like the way Devin Haney fights. But to those boxing aficionados, and when I say that, the boxing lovers, the people that love boxing, that know boxing, they know what I'm talking about when I said Devin Haney is probably one of the most purest boxers out there right now.
Right.
That uses his jab. You know, he keeps you at bay. He fights when he wants to. He grabs you when he frustrates you in there. And you know, as a I used to box, so I love boxing. I understand the world of boxing. I see what Devin Haney does in there that's so effective to him because he's tall, lanky for that weight. He makes you he fights tall, you know, and it's hard to fight someone that's always tall on the defensive minded, just with the jab, working the jab. So you know, I'm trying to break Devin Haney down a bit so people can understand. His IQ is very underrated. I don't think he gets the credit that he's supposed to get. I believe that Devin Haney will give a lot of problems to all the fighters at 135. I don't care who it is. Because Devin Haney uses that jab, and that jab is the key on winning boxing matches.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, going back to Shurkur, I know, you know, shout out to you for moving up to 135. There's a lot of fish to fry. You know, you don't need to
Yes,
be,
sir.
you know, nobody's really entertaining, you know, him, you know, fighting Shurkur. But they're gonna have no choice but to face to Shurkur sooner or later. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, yeah. See, the thing is that's the problem. You know, all roads leads to Devin Haney. We all
Right.
know that.
Mm-hmm.
And see, no one is probably expecting that fight to happen anytime soon because who has all the belts? It's Devin Haney.
Yeah.
Now, if he had one of the belts, if Tank had a belt, and Shakur had a belt, the lightweight division I think would have been a lot more exciting because now you're gonna want to see the both all the champs fight each other. You understand? But that's in a perfect world.
Right.
You know, now we're living reality and we know who is the undisputed lightweight champion of the world, and that is Devin the Dream Haney.
Shout out to Devin the Dream Haney.
Absolutely. He should have won Fighter of the Year, in my opinion. Um, he should have won Fighter of the Year. And just for him going to Australia to do what he did, it's amazing. Um, I'm sorry. I just feel like I know Bivol. I'm hearing Bivol won the Fighter of the Year award, but and he did beat two great Mexican fighters.
You froze. You froze.
Uh,
Jay, you
you hear
froze.
me?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
here. We good?
Yeah.
Yo,
There goes Thudi Love. Yeah,
So
we
yeah, we I think that before he did beat Canelo, he did beat uh uh he did beat Ramirez, Suldo Ramirez, undefeated. You know, and it great wins for him. But I just thought that overall, I felt like just Devin Haney doing what he did, going to Australia, going against all odds. You know, fighting at you know at a at a stadium where hostile environment. You know, going over there against everything. You know, man, that was a great win for Devin Haney to become undisputed champion of the world. He's the first lightweight to he's the first lightweight to have all the belts at one. I mean, we did have Pernell Whitaker when there was a three belt era, but this is a more than five belt era now. You know, and he did it. You know, and we got to give him shout outs. Devin Haney deserves to me. I thought he was fighter of the year. You know.
Thudi, you want to touch on Shakur? We was talking about Shakur. He's moving up to 135. And he called out he called out Frank Martin He's like, there was like a little birdie, you know, it's not a birdie, but there's some people saying that he's already calling out Frank Martin. He's, trying to reach out to the man down promotions, to try to, make them sign the contract, but that's not how it works. There's always politics behind it. And we wanted to know, what was your thoughts on that, Dudi?
What is it? Shakur Stewart better slow down, bruh. He just moving up to that weight class. So he should get somebody, you know what I'm saying? He should get like a little B fighter, C class fighter, B minus C plus fighter. You know what I'm saying? Go through that first to see, it's different
Well,
weight class. Then after that,
yeah.
you can go to Martin. Then after Martin, then go to the big names. There's levels to this, people. There's levels to this, but you just can't jump the line. You saw what happened to this dude, right? That kid in the Bronx. He skipped the whole line to go fight Zapata, and Zapata dropped him
But
Cepeda.
but
in 30 seconds.
and
You
I
know what I'm
got
saying?
a
There's
even
levels
Yeah.
to this.
I got a better example. Adrian Broner, when he moved up to
Ooh.
fight. Adrian Broner, when he moved up to fight, he moved up 2 weight classes to fight Madonna. And what happened with that?
No, I
Oh,
think I think
oh,
I think he had beat Paulie at 147, if I'm not mistaken.
No, his first loss was no. I'm talking
to
about his
Madonna.
was
Yeah,
Madonna.
but he had fought Paulie. He had fought Paulie at 147. Then from Paulie, I believe he went and fought Maidan.
Yeah, my bad on that.
Yeah.
Yes,
No, it's all right. I know. But listen,
but
it happens, man.
as an example is what I'm saying is like Tony
Yeah,
Shakur.
but what I think you want to say is that he didn't look so great fighting Paulie because he went all the way up to fight Paulie at 47. A lot of people were saying that he didn't
I think
look
he lost
great
that fight.
fighting.
At what
Yeah,
weight?
I think he lost
Paulie
that
used
fight.
his jab. That's what I'm saying. Paulie used his jab. Paulie looked it okay fighting Broner. You know.
But he took his girl too.
Hmm.
That was funny. But yeah, you know how
Broner's a character.
the reason why I say Broner is because how Broner he moved up too fast, and then he ended up fighting Madonna, and that was a bad experience for him.
I believe. Look, I believe this. I believe he's trying to find a credible opponent. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I give a lot of props to Shakur Stevenson for calling out Pitbull Cruz because and Pitbull Cruz he
Hmm.
came out. He don't want nothing to do with him. They don't want to run him. They
Yeah,
know what they know what they got in front of. They know what they got in front of them when they fight a guy like Shakur. You know, it's gonna be hard to hit. And it's not gonna be a fun fight. But for him, it's gonna be a fun fight for Shakur. But I'll tell you one thing: for Shakur Stevenson to call out William Cepeda, who was the one that beat Jojo Diaz, he's undefeated. He sent out the contract. He didn't sign it. Then he called out Cambosis. Cambosis came out and said that he's not taking no fights right now. 3 guys have turned down Shakur Stevenson. 3 guys. And it surprises me that Camboza, even though Camboza said that he did it for family purposes because it's Christmas or whatnot, I still feel like it's crazy how he can't get nobody to fight him at 135.
well, we'll see what happens down the line. You know,
Yeah.
shout out to Shakur. They keep your head up. I know he's dealing with some some outside of the ring situations. I hope things will turn out for the best for him with that.
Who's Shakur
And
Stevenson?
yeah,
He's still getting in trouble. They ain't get in trouble before for that gas station fight
yeah, that's
where he
old.
jumped
That's
that
old.
dude.
No, he's involved with
He
that.
didn't jump him, he beat him up. That's what he did.
He's
Nah,
in.
they
His
dropped.
fist
And he
jumped him.
came
He
and started
started
swinging.
swinging at everybody.
Yeah. No, he's they he got caught up with that takeoff situation.
Take off. Or the shootout?
The Migos, yeah, he was there.
He was there?
Yeah,
Yeah, he was there.
Oh, man.
yeah, he
But
was
I
there.
think
So now,
I think he was just a witness. It's nothing that he did. He had nothing
yeah,
to do with it. It's just he was a witness.
what I'm saying is there's video, floating around saying that he might be in trouble with the boxing commission. So how true is that? I don't know. Allegedly, how true is that? I don't know.
Yeah, allegedly.
You know what I'm
And up
saying?
at the end of the day, though, you know, say he's supposed to say something to police. He's
That's
still like
that's
a superstar figure. That's what it is, though.
they saying
Yeah, you
that
know, you a
he's
professional and you here around doing stuff that you're not even supposed to be in.
yeah, but
You
see,
know
I
what I'm
don't
saying?
understand
And
that.
then
I
you don't
don't
even call police. Then
yeah,
it looks
but
bad on you.
I don't agree with that because he's out in an event in a public event. Okay, he's hanging out. He's young. He's enjoying life. Situations happen. He's there, but what that has to really do with him?
He was there, bruh.
I understand that, but what you can't go out and enjoy yourself?
Yeah, you could, but remember, what, this is what people need to understand. And this is not only to boxing. This for basketball players, baseball players, soccer players. Where you reach a certain height in your life,
True.
there's certain people that you can't be around, bro. It's just that simple,
Well, but
bro.
he is a part of a crew that
All
he's
right,
in
that's
there.
what happens. You see what happened to all these young rappers and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
you get yourself tied up with certain people, and you get in trouble, bro. It's that simple.
so
What
now,
was it? Once you this is the thing that gets me tight sometimes, right? Because what you work so hard to put yourself in a good position, right? Why would you let people mess that up for you, bro? It just don't make it doesn't make sense to me. Just because you want to keep it real for your mans and them ain't gonna pay your bills, my brother. When it's time
but
to
he
when you
didn't.
go and your
Yeah, but
family is suffering.
I
I'm telling
understand
you,
all that.
bro.
But he
Sometimes you
didn't.
Yeah.
gotta think.
All he was doing was spectating. That's all he was doing. He was next to
All
the
right, but
MC.
you spectating around people that you know that they from the streets, though, bro.
Hmm.
Why are you hanging around with people that is carrying? That's what you a superstar. You got
Let me
security.
tell you
You
something.
high security
The way I see it is Shakur Stevens should have been in the ring and in the gym.
in the gym. Gain some body reps.
Stay
Relax.
focused. Stay
Stay focused.
focused.
Well,
Not for nothing. Look at Mayweather. How many? Mayweather is 50 and 0, right? Mayweather been boxing for a lot of years.
hmm
The only thing he really got caught up is that thing with his baby mama that he put hands on his baby mother, right? But how many things you heard about Mayweather in shootouts? Mayweather got to get questioned for police because he beat up somebody. Nothing. You never heard none of
Well,
that.
he did beat up Ti.
Nah, that was a charity, but he was ready almost close to retirement though. I'm talking about all those years though when he was young and all that. And Mayweather had a lot of money. He used to wear a lot of jewelry, but Mayweather always had security though.
yeah.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying? Mayweather always has security though. You know what I'm saying? And that's just being smart. It's just being
yeah.
smart. You ask me.
Well, listen, I'm not an attorney. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not none of that. A judge. Now we just pray and hope he gets out of the situation and get back into his career and focuses 100% and move forward. And that's what I gotta say about that. Let's move forward to this move. Let's move forward with this disappointment over here. Um, Ryan Garcia and Mr. Joe Goosen. I'm very disappointed in Ryan Garcia. Uh, I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna get to that part with the no tune up, bring them on. But before that, I want to get to this. I got like a 2.5 minute clip with Joe Goosen talking about Ryan Garcia. Let's take a listen to that.
Most unique talents I've ever had in my gym. He's unique as a person, by the way. In case I haven't you haven't heard it
You
before.
got to raise it up, Angel.
Got a very high IQ.
Can you hear it?
Put it up. It's low.
All right, hold on, hold on.
He's got a coach's mind.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things going through his brain as he breaks things down, and very intelligent, including
Can you hear it?
a lot of other things too outside. I give him a lot of credit for turn 24. he's got great instinct for boxing. I mean, for a lot of things. Like, I like to have conversations with guys, see where they're at, whatever. And some guys surprise you with what they like, subject matters and stuff, and I'm always interested in that. So he surprises me there, but I've said it before. I go, you don't really train Ryan Garcia. You collaborate with him because he's surprised me on a couple of drills where I said, "Look, Ryan, I think you should be doing this on this particular drill here," and he goes, "Oh, I like the drill, but at this particular time of my training, I'm looking for this type of rhythm." And da da da. And I go, you know what? That makes sense. I go, damn. I go, that's a coach's point of view and the way he looked at that whole thing. I said, like I said, you best want to talk to Ryan when you're discussing strategy because he'll definitely have something positive and pertinent to add to whatever it is you're discussing. Game plan wise, he's really good at that.
The cap.
And when I hear him talk,
That's
like the younger fighters and stuff, or he watches you spar, he's like he's succinct, he's right to the point, and he picks out all the right things that you need to be doing. He's got a great eye, great mind. I like collaborating with him.
Who wanna start?
Me.
Tuti, you start.
JP, me and you both boxed before. Me and you both had trainers, right? If you even dare tell a trainer what you don't want to do and what you want to do, you running miles, bro.
Yes, sir.
You're
Yes,
running
sir.
miles, and you on that heavy
Yo,
bag
Tuti,
until your arm
Tuti,
fall
pick
off.
up the bucket full of water and spit and go throw it out.
You swear you can never tell collab. Never heard that in my life, bro. You can
Yes,
ask
sir.
any boxer, any real boxer. You ain't telling no trainer what you want to do or what you're not doing. The negative, bro. Negative. I
Listen,
don't know what things like that
Yeah,
though. See, he got the ability to be great, but he's just not the trainer for him. That he not gonna show him that. If he's just gonna collab with him and let him run the training camp, he never gonna be able to do. He never gonna be able to see what he could do to be great. To be honest,
there's listen. There's a reason why boxers have trainers, right? There's a reason, and one of the main reasons is so they can see your flaws and they can make it better at what you at, at what you don't remember. You gotta have an eye out there because there's certain things that he might see that you're not seeing. You know, you could probably feel comfortable using your jab, but he might see you not using you're not bringing the jab up. You know, you're not bringing it up. You're keeping it down. He's gonna counter you. Things of that nature. I remember a perfect example when Campas fought Felix Trinidad in from the first round. Felix Senior told Trinidad in the corner, "Keep your hands up. He's trying to catch you with a left hook." And in that second round, he came. Boom! What happened? He caught him with the left hook. When Trinidad came to the corner and he sat down, smacked him like to wake up and told him, "I told you to keep your hands up." And I knew that he was going to catch you with the left hook, and he hit you with it. It's things like that that trainers they keep you at par, they keep you focused. And for those that don't believe me, you could go right back. You could go on YouTube and go watch the Campas versus Trinidad and go to that second round. You will see it by the end of the third round. I think you'll see it and you hear the whole conversation. I'm a historian when it comes to boxing. I love boxing. I listen to everything that goes on in a boxing fight. I listen to the corner. I listen to everything because I love to like I love to just the feed that it's like I'm feeding my brain when I hear information, and that's why you have a trainer. When you hear a trainer like Joe Goosen, who's been in the game for over 30 years, say something like that, there's something wrong there. Because as a trainer, you're supposed to teach, and you have see a trainer's supposed to have control of the camp. You understand? They're supposed to have the control of the camp. You're supposed to have a game plan, and y'all gonna work with that game plan, and we're gonna, you're gonna work out a plan to make sure it's accommodate you for the fight. And I don't see Joe Goosen talking about nothing like, he specifically, you know what he's doing? To be honest with you guys, I'm sorry to say this, and I hope that Joe Goosen doesn't get offended if he ever hears this, but he's practically crippling his career. He's making it too easy for Ryan. Boxing is not about easy. You and I know, Tuti, when you in the gym, the hardest fight is in the gym.
Training.
That's the hardest fight. That's the hardest fight of a
Oh
boxer
yeah.
in the gym. That's where you gotta bust your behind. You gotta
Mm-hmm.
what? Man, I know what I'm telling you. That's like boot camp every day. And there's something new you gotta work at every day. So for him telling Ryan Garcia that it's okay to do what you want, you're crippling his career. And I told you this from the beginning, Angel. I love Ryan. I think Ryan is a hell of a boxer. I think he has all the tools to become a great fighter. He reminds me a lot of Oscar De La Hoya when Oscar De La Hoya was coming up. But if you don't have a team that's gonna help you get there, it's just you're wasting your time.
Yo, I remember one time I broke my pinky, my right hand. I still was going to the boxing gym. My trainer made me hold his hand up. The hand I was broken. He was like, "Now you're gonna practice your jab. Your jab will be amazing." And I just
Yep,
practiced jab
that,
for a whole
that
month.
that's
Jab,
correct.
bing,
I'm,
bang,
I'm
bang,
pretty.
jab, jab, jab.
Listen, I'm pretty sure that you were saying, "Yo, but they don't give me a break. They don't give me a break."
Yeah, run that mile,
Yeah,
run that 2 miles, come back and do jabs. Ain't
yeah.
nothing stop here. Nothing stopping.
Listen, I injured I injured. I was hitting the bag. I threw a left hook and I messed up a muscle back here, and I couldn't throw my left hook at all. And man, listen, I remember in the Gleason's gym, my trainer Lamar, he used to tell me, "Well, you're gonna work that right hand. You're gonna have the best right hand in the world." And it's true what you tell me. Like what you're saying, it's amazing because you gotta work. Boxing is about you go to the
Yeah.
gym, you ain't gonna go over there to sit down, bro. Nah, you gotta go work over there, bro. That's what it's all about. When you go in there, you're gonna work. You know, it's so sad that that's to me, man. I'm telling you, like looking at Ryan, that kid is he has all the tools, bro. Like man, he has all the tools to become a great fighter. And it's just like becoming a joke. Like he's looking like a YouTuber for real. You
Yeah,
know, I was looking at him as a real prospect, and now I'm looking at him as a real, like the best YouTuber out there. Then you got Jake Paul, but
Jake
it's
Paul
sad to say
2.0.
that, man. And
Jake Paul 2.0.
Logan Paul, I mean Logan Paul, Jake Paul, I don't know.
My take. I even backed out of the deal with my cousin because I'm not gonna put money on a fight that you're gonna tell your coach and your coach is gonna say, yeah, you know what, you're right. What? You got people betting thousands and thousands of dollars for you to say, I'm not taking a tune-up fight, bring on Tank. I'm very disappointed in Ryan. I'll be spectating and just looking at that fight for the fun of it. I'm not gonna bet money on something that I don't know, where you're gonna stand on that because you're getting too cocky now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's right. I agree.
So
I agree. I agree with you 100%, man. I mean, he should have taken on Magista. Uh,
a tune-up
uh,
with that
yeah, he
Majiso,
should have took. Yeah,
the guy.
Mesito Jester. He should have took on Jester. He's from the Philippines. That would have sharpened his tools. Even Oscar De La Hoya said it.
Yeah,
You know,
well,
when you're gonna fight a guy the caliber of Tank Davis, you need to have your tools sharpened. But I think I know why he's doing that. I think Ryan. I honestly I don't know where that fight and what weight was he gonna fight Magisto Jester, Macedo Jester.
At
I don't
140.
know exactly at what weight. If it was at 140 because it's not for a title, or it was gonna be at 135. If it's at 135, we all know he was not gonna take that fight at 135 because he gonna have to kill himself to make 135. So he's not gonna want to do that. So my guess is he might not want to sacrifice himself to make weight so soon. He wants to save himself for, not to kill himself to make the weight. And, I guess he wants to be a lot stronger for, at that weight at 140 and wait for Tank until April and then come, dehydrate himself to make weight. And then he balloons up to be the bigger fighter there. That's what I'm guessing. There's nothing else I could think of why him pulling out of a fight like that. Why would he do that? I just don't see nothing else.
well, De La Hoya doesn't agree with it. He calls it a big mistake, no tune-up. I think we're gonna have another Floyd Mayweather and Tank Davis situation with these two, with De La Hoya and Ryan. I see it coming because I think Oscar's getting fed up. With him. I understand he's the fighter. You got to listen. As a promoter, you got to listen to your fighter and all that. But he also has to listen to his promoter because he has the experience. You know what I'm saying?
That's correct. That's correct.
So
He
I
remember he's not only a promoter, he's not a Bob Arum or he's not a
yeah,
Don King. This man
yeah,
has been in the ring with the best fighters in the world.
that's
He
right.
knows what it takes to fight the best of the top-notch fighters of the world, pound for pound. Actually, at one point, Oscar De La Hoya was considered pound for pound fighter of at the time when he
Right.
was fighting. And he's fought the Sugar Shane Mosleys. He's fought the Fernando Vargas. He's fought Trinidad. He's fought all these guys in the top.
Yeah.
Pacquiao, Mayweather. He knows what it takes. You know, See, one thing about boxing that I've noticed, we tend to forget. We tend to forget the greatness of Oscar De La Hoya. Yak, what up, Yak? We tend, we, you know,
Yeah.
we tend, we tend to forget the greatness of Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar De La Hoya was a great fighter, and I'm gonna tell you one thing right now: the advice that Oscar De La Hoya has been given Ryan Garcia, I think, has been way better than anything Joe Goosen has done for Brian Garcia. And that's just my opinion. Just the advice that Oscar has given Ryan has been better than anything that Joe Goosen has done for Ryan. And that says a lot.
Well, there is also two things flying around in social media. One that Mr. Ryan Garcia is juicing up, and the reason why he's not taking up this tune-up fight is because he's trying to cleanse his body before the Tank fight. And two, Mr. De La Hoya just today, actually, I heard with one of the other journalists that this fight is not really signed. The contract is not signed. What's going on?
Yeah, man. I
Hold
see
on, Jay.
this.
My thing with that is, okay, Mr. De La Hoya, if you already heard, it's been bubbling up that Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis already signed the contract, why all of a sudden come out now? Today, this is when I heard it today, that there's no contract signed between the Mr. Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia. Why? Why come out now when this has been buzzing? The news between the two boxes has been buzzing for the last what month? Almost a month now.
Yeah, a
He
little bit
trying to
over more.
What?
he trying to save his fighter.
But why say that the
That's
contract is not signed after everybody's already like April 15. They can't wait. April 15. April
To be
15.
honest, to be honest, you know what? You know what I think it really is? He probably talking to Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia is probably not listening to him at all. Because it seems like Ryan Garcia got all the control on his side, on his camp and everything. So now they probably telling him, yo, take a tune up. You know, they probably the Lord's probably say, yo, take a tune up. He's saying no. And yo, no, I ain't taking no tune up. Just put me, you know what I'm saying? All I want to fight. All I want to fight. So then he gonna say, you know what? Let me just throw this shit out here to show this man who got control. You understand? So now you know, because if he throw that out, like by him throwing that out there, well, there ain't no contract signed, and he ain't taking no tune up, so there might not even be a fight. At the end of the day, De La Hoya got control of this man's career, so he gotta listen to De La Hoya. But
That's
anybody just
correct.
gonna come scoop you up right now and give you a big contract for you go get knocked out by Tank Davis. You understand? So you gonna have to listen. So right now, it's just a beef between them two. That's all it is.
That
I
was
still feel this
yeah,
fight might not happen for several reasons.
but if the
There's
but if he
still,
said the
there's
contract
still,
was signed, that's what I don't understand.
yeah, but I also heard that that Tank has a a court date. You know, they asked Oscar about that. He says he's not worrying about it. He's just worrying about securing the date or whatnot.
Right.
But I tell you that, you know, I strongly believe Oscar doesn't. I don't think Oscar really want Ryan to fight um Javante Davis just yet. I don't think Javante Davis, like, I just think Javante Davis is in another. He's on a different level right now. He's very focused with this kid, this Dominican kid he's about to fight. Um,
Who they say that's not a tune-up fight for him.
yeah, I see. I don't want to say it's a tune-up because Hector Garcia is a hell of a fighter. But to be honest with you, he shouldn't be in the ring with Tank. This kid just came up from 130. You know, Tank's been fighting at 135, 140. We all know him as a puncher. You know, he did beat Corbett, um, Hector Garcia. He did a good job fighting him, but you know, what is it? What is he gonna do to Tank? You know, I don't see this fight going more than 5, 6 rounds, and I'm being generous. And I think he's gonna put up a show in Washington because I think they're gonna fight in Washington on Baltimore. Uh, he's
Why
gonna put up a show. He's gonna give the people what they want. You know, this fight was made for a reason. I'm not gonna disrespect and say that Garcia is a bum because he's not, but I just don't see how Garcia can beat Tank. And
But he's a come
I
forward
said, yeah,
and so Tank, what was it? Tank not even gonna have to go look for him. He gonna be right there.
exactly. And
That,
that's what
that-
Tank likes.
yeah, that's bad
That's
news right there.
that's Tank's best. Yeah, that's how Tank's look so
mm.
good when he got people coming for him. You know,
Hmm?
Tank. Tank is amazing, bro. That Tank is an amazing fighter. I don't think that Hector Garcia has fought anybody with the punch that Tank has. You know, and that's just I'm rooting for him. That would be that would be the greatest win for any Dominican boxer of all time if he shocks the world like that.
I was
But I just don't,
yeah, go
huh?
ahead. What you were saying, go ahead.
No, that would be the biggest. That would be one of the biggest upsets in recent history, and that'll be the greatest accomplishment of any Dominican boxer ever
Yeah.
that has beaten the caliber fighter of Javante Davis. You know, a boxer of Javante Davis stature.
Mm. I was listening to Teddy Atlas today. Was it today or yesterday? One of these days I was listening to Teddy Atlas, and he was saying that Ryan can beat Tank if he sets up traps for him because he's a better counter puncher than Tank.
I don't think so. That was a false statement by Teddy Atlas, and I'm
Yeah.
really strongly disagree on that. There's something that Tank that I'm gonna tell you that I won't debate. Tank Davis, you can't listen. You cannot. If you go in there trying to set traps on Tank, the one that's gonna be getting set up is you yourself, because that's what he's a master at.
Mm.
Tank know how to set traps. And if you don't believe me, just look at that Rolly fight. He made everybody think that Rolly was in the fight, and all of a sudden, and I'm telling you, I was one of them. Even though Rolly was in the fight, but you can tell he was. Let me tell you something. That round when Rolly got knocked out, Ryan was so focused. I think I never seen a fighter be so focused like that. If you look at what he was doing, he was waiting to see what Rolly would throw. As soon as Rolly threw that right hand twice, it was over. That's it. Game over. And he did the same thing to Leo Santa Cruz. Remember when Leo he threw the right
Yeah, the
three
right.
times.
Mm-hmm.
He threw the right 3 times. The third time, game over. Because he sets you up. And that's oh my God, that's amazing. That's something beautiful to watch in boxing. And you cannot be tanked that way. Now, one
Mm-hmm.
thing that Javante, that Ryan has, that's good, is that left check hook he has. He has a quick check hook, a quick left check hook. He steps on it. He waits for you to throw and catches you with that hook. That Ryan has. But I can tell you right now, the way Ryan has been fighting lately, I haven't seen that quick left hook that he was throwing. And that's because he's been walking, he's been moving forward. If he does that with Tank, he's playing into Tank's zone. He's just going to walk into something. And I'm telling you right now, if Luke Campbell was able to land that over left hand that he threw, Tank is going to land it too. And we all know if Tank lands that, it's good night, Ryan. That's all I got to say.
The way to beat Tank, you gotta box him. You gotta
Yeah,
have length,
that's
and
what
you
I,
gotta
I
box.
forgot to mention as far as also Teddy Atlas had mentioned before setting up the traps. He did say, jab, step back, set up traps, and hit him with that check hook.
Ryan doesn't do that. We all know who does that. Tutti, give him the recipe. Who does that?
Haney.
You see? And you want to know something? Yo, you want to know something, Tutti? I'm gonna tell you something. And I know you don't want to admit it, but I know you respected Devin Haney a little bit more when he got those 2 wins from Cambosis, because he showed that he can box at an elite level. Especially using that jab. We come from the gym. We know what it is, bro. You know
Let me
how hard you
let me
think
ask you a
that's
question.
easy?
Let me ask you a question. Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney.
At one point, I thought, Ryan had, right, because it's like I told you, Ryan has changed. People don't see it. I don't know how they don't, but I see it. Ryan is not fighting the way he was fighting when he beat uh that dude
Una,
from
Fontana, whatever his name.
that kid that fought Tank and he won like 12 rounds with Tank, and Tank
Talking
couldn't
about
get him out of there. And then,
Tego?
huh?
To go?
No, not to go.
Fortuna.
There was a guy named Nah, not Fortuna. It was. I'm gonna tell you right now. Just give me 1 minute. Um, it starts with an F, but it wasn't Fortuna. It's a Mexican kid, Fonseca.
Oh, Fonseca. Okay.
Fonseca. Yes. So he went 12 rounds with Tank. Tank couldn't get him out of it, right? And that's where I think this is what I tell you guys. This,
No, he didn't go. He didn't go.
this,
He went 8 rounds with Tank.
I think he did go 12 rounds with Tank. I think
Eight, eight,
Tank
eight
fought
rounds.
him, but
Tank knocked him out in the 8th round. and Ryan did
Really?
it. Ryan did it in the first round.
Yeah, he ain't go to a
Okay,
full time.
I must have been mistaken it, but I know that that Fonseca did go a couple of rounds. I thought he went the full 10 or 12, or I'm not sure what it was.
Tank knocked him out in the eighth.
And that's why Ryan said I took this something about he went this such and such with rounds with Tank, and I knocked him out in one round.
Yeah, Fonseca.
So yeah, but I guess I keep telling people that's why I always say styles make fight. And you see, he has that right style to knock Fonseca out because he has that quick left check hook. When you coming in, he catches you real quick. He steps back and comes. You know, is a perfect left hook. I love that Ryan, but I haven't been seeing that lately from Ryan. Ryan has been fighting
But his
more in the
fight,
pocket,
yeah,
and
his last
I don't
fight,
know why. Huh?
his last fight, Fortuna, he knocked him out with the left hook.
He did, Angel, but
Yeah,
under
wasn't
one
looking.
circumstance, he knocked that guy out after 2 years. He lost to the other guy. Like,
Mm.
you
Okay,
know,
that's fair to
we
say.
we we. I'm not trying to look. I'm not trying to. I love Ryan. I won't listen to me. I believe me. I'm a Ryan. I love Ryan. I love Ryan. I like that kid. But I gotta call a spade a spade. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm not biased whatsoever. At all. I love Ryan, but I'm gonna tell you, look, he's effing up, man. He gotta. This is a fight that he's supposed to be
Take
a
it.
thousand. If I would look, if I be Ryan Garcia, I wouldn't even be in social media.
Hell no. Hell no.
I wouldn't be. I'll be so focused in Tank Davis.
Yeah.
I'll eat. I'll sleep. I'll go to the bathroom. I'll take a shower with a picture of Tank Davis everywhere I go, just to have that dude in my mind and make sure I train and make sure that every time I look at Tank, I want to go hit the bag. I want to go hit the ski bag. I want to go jump some rope. You know, I want to make sure that Tank is in my mind at all times, and I
24.
don't want no distractions.
Yep. I agree with you 100%.
And I'm not seeing that, man. I'm sorry. I wanna give him the props. He has the tools. I keep saying it. Is he gonna use them? We just gotta wait and find out.
Yep. I agree with that. Any last minute? Oh, I got one more slide here. Any last minute thought with De La Hoya and Ryan Tutti?
I, yeah. Before Tutti, before you say anything, that fight, I truly believe in my heart that if somehow Ryan loses, I think Oscars might end up cutting ties with him.
I think,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
That's
Give him the boot.
I, I see that. I see that coming.
Any last thoughts, Tutti? Ryan?
Nah, it wasn't. But wasn't that boy better get his act right, or he's gonna have a short career.
I had to save my pockets with this fight, man, because for you to say fuck a tune up, bring Tank on, nah, you ain't fucking up my money.
Yeah, man, that's not good at all.
Yeah. All right, let's go to this last slide I got here. Hold on, what's going on here? I don't even know where to start, where this is at. I don't know what's going on. I mean, there's so much stories with this here with Crawford and Spence. Like every day, there's something new. The last thing I heard was that there's a rumor saying that Terrence Crawford re-signed with BLK Prime, and that's not true. He didn't resign. He only had a one deal fight with BLK, and all he did was, I think he was on Twitter. He was just praising BLK and thanking them that they kept their word. They paid him, which that's another you know discrepancy that everybody's talking about, that he didn't get the whole full amount. But he's been praising BLK Prime and that he's willing to do business with them again. But there is I don't know where this is going, because now Errol Spence is saying that he's not going to chase Terrence Crawford anymore. He's done chasing him. He doesn't want. He doesn't even want to entertain the conversation when it comes to Terrence Crawford. I don't know what's going on. You tell me. You guys. I don't. I just there's different stories every single day when it comes to these two. And Tuti, I'll let you take it away. Or JP.
No, go ahead, Tuti.
Now, was it the problem here is right, that they don't want to say the truth, man. I don't care what anybody said. They could say that Spence really want to fight, like JP said before. Boxers ain't scared of nobody, but I know his team is like leave that brother alone because if they really wanted to fight, they would have been for a long time ago. There was a time where Crawford wasn't even fighting nobody, waiting for Spence. Remember, he took it was a long layoff. It was like a layoff. He was for a couple of months, waiting for him to fight after Ugas. He was gonna fight him, and the fight never happened. I'm telling you, man. I think they dodging Terrence Crawford. And if I was them, do it. Leave that man alone. I'm telling you, that man gonna wax him. Nah.
Go ahead, Jay.
No, there's a whole bunch of rumors coming out. To be honest, that's a fight that what I did. To me, this fight reminds me of Manny Pacquiao versus Floyd Mayweather. It's a fight that the world want to see. We all want to see it. I would love to see it. Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence Jr. for the undisputed to be undisputed. Um, will be great to see a welterweight king. But there's too many obstacles in the way, and I truly believe that Earl Earl's been the longer welterweight. He's been a welterweight his whole career. Terrence has won titles in 3 different weight classes, if I'm not mistaken. He was
Yeah.
undisputed, if I'm not mistaken, at 140, if I'm not mistaken, 130, 135 or 140. One of the weight classes. I believe he was undisputed, if I'm not mistaken, or he was multiple title. He had multiple titles. I'm not sure, but I gotta look into that. I believe he was undisputed because I think he
I
was
think
the one that started all that. He was
I think one
undisputed,
thing.
if I'm not mistaken, at 135. Yes. So that being said, um, I believe the 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 more marketable fighter of both of them that's fought pay-per-views, it is Earl Spence.
Yeah,
We all
yeah,
know
yeah,
that. Yeah, he's
yeah.
the more, and that's why you know I, there's certain things that we're not gonna know. We're not gonna know this. I can't wait to talk to Blue Blood because I got a Blue. Shout out to Blue Blood Sports for we reached out to him. That was great from the way he's so humble. The guy's a humble person. Please go subscribe to his page and like he says,
And,
swipe your feet before you come in my house or
and
something like that.
subscribe to ours too. We need the subscriptions.
Absolutely. But there's definitely a lot of information that we don't have. And it's funny to me, there's certain things like, I've been asking myself, why would Terrence Crawford sign will BLK, what is it, BMLK Prime?
BLK Prime.
BLK Prime. I guess he's involving another party into the equation, um, which they're gonna want more money. So it's gonna be less money for the boxer Terrence Crawford. I mean, I'm speculating, because it's gonna be another. I'm sure that BLK Prime is gonna want a share of that money. So why put it, or why involve another station, a TV station? What TV station is gonna see the fight? It's gonna be BLK Prime, yes. But just like the Charlo fight with Munguia fell apart, not because they didn't want to fight each other, they wanted to fight each other, but the channel Showtime didn't. Steven Espinoza, for what I've heard from Oscar De La Hoya say, that they didn't want to do like they didn't want to let the zone be part of the promoting as well as far as watching the fight. Why not? I asked myself that question. Why not? They built Mungia. Showtime built Charlo. Why not come together the way they did with Lennox Lewis and Mike Tyson? Showtime and HBO, they came together. You even have Michael Buffer and wow, what a disrespect, man. And I don't know this guy's name.
Well, you're talking about
Jim, not Jim Lamb.
But Larry Merchant.
It's
Showtime.
Showtime. Yeah, that guy. The other announcer, um,
They did that. They did.
Jimmy Lennon Jr. Sorry, I'm sorry, Jimmy. You're a legend. Jimmy Lennon Jr. and Michael Buffer. They both came out. They both said they marked that was great to see two TV stations come together. Why not? You know, why couldn't it happen? But we all know that is the greed for money. We don't get to see
Yeah.
some certain fights because of that. And this is a perfect example, I think, of what's going on. I think it's all about money. Look, Terrence Crawford, as much as a great fighter he is, there's no denying he probably is top three pound for pound fighter in the world, not the best pound for pound fighter in the world. Um, he deserves to get paid.
Uh-huh.
Earl deserves to get paid as well. These guys, these guys, they put their life on the line, and this is for all the marbles, guys. This is a very important fight. This is to reign supreme. For bragging rights. This is for everything, bro. Like everything.
Right.
So no one is gonna want to give, you know, they're not gonna want to, feel that, I feel like none of them is gonna want to break. They're gonna both be tough to the end, but I'm sure, fellas, there's a lot more stuff that we don't know about, and I hope we can see it now. Now that the year is gonna go by, I hope we can see it 2023. You know, Terrence Crawford versus Earl Spence for all the marbles, and let's see what happens. That's all we can hope for. I
Well,
I
all
pretty
I can
much have left it in God's hands. In other words,
all I can say about that is that I know Errol Spence is talking about being that he got hurt on that car accident. He's talking about being in the ring between around May, June, around there, and then Terrence Crawford also said that he wants to be in the ring May or June of 2023. So
Nah, yeah, but they ain't gonna let Errol Spence fight on his first fight, 2023. They was getting nigga tune up, especially after the accident.
yeah, I agree with that.
absolutely. And there's a lot of fighters too. I hear Jerron Boots is calling out Terrence Crawford,
Both of them.
and
Calling out both.
yeah, he's
He's
calling
calling
both
out
of
both.
them out. Yeah, and let me tell you something. That's really the boogeyman at welterweight. That kid right there. That's the book because he's the future of boxing. And, we gotta respect that. Father Time is undefeated. This is the kid that's coming up. He's a tall welterweight, strong welterweight, punches. He's lightning fast. Kid got skills to pay the bills, and I think that's the next superstar at welterweight. And that kid can go up to 54. As well. I see him going up to 54. So let me tell you something. All welterweights, be warned. This man, Jaron Boots, is come. Jaron Boots Ennis
And
is
his
coming.
boots.
Yeah, he's coming. He's coming strong. He got his combat boots on, and he's gonna really, really put in that work. Whoever gets in there is he's gonna try to make a feeling.
Mm, wow. Well, folks, that's our show. So we got an hour and 20 minutes already. We pretty much covered
Wow,
every.
really?
Yeah, it's been an hour and 20 minutes already. We pretty
Wow.
much we pretty much covered everything. Though that was the last slide that I had between Aaron's.
There's no there's
Aaron.
no fights this week coming.
This weekend, no, it's Christmas. Ain't nobody
No, but Christmas doesn't fall on the 20 on Saturday, no.
Sunday.
Sunday.
Saturday is Christmas Eve, and then Sunday is Christmas Day. So,
Okay.
so
Well,
there's
Inoue won last week also.
I didn't hear what you said. What was that?
The guy from Japan, Inoue, they got him considered as like top 4 or 5 pound for pound fighters in the world.
Mm.
I think he's at bantamweight, if I'm not mistaken.
No, I didn't even see the fight. I just saw the.
Yeah, he won. He won. He knocked that dude out.
Wait a minute. He was the undercard.
No. He was fighting in Japan.
Oh, okay. No, I didn't see that
Yeah,
fight.
he fought. Yeah, he
Uh,
won by knockout. Um, you know what's funny? We didn't speak about how Boo Boo looked it. Boo Boo Andrade.
Boo
I
Boo.
heard he got a split decision.
He didn't fight yet.
Yeah, he did. If
When?
I'm not mistaken, didn't he fight on the press conference? They signed him. Showtime signed him.
Yeah, but
He
he's
was.
fighting. No,
No,
he's fighting under the tank
the tank fight.
January 7th.
Oh, really? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm. My mind is exhausted right now. I thought I did see. Oh, this is what happened. I watched a fight from him the other day where he got a split decision 9. And I was thinking about that. No, yeah, you're right. He is gonna fight January 7th. I
Yeah,
said, bro, that's gonna be a pack. That's gonna be a good undercard, bro.
yeah. Because you got Boots is fighting, then you got Boo Boo's fighting, then Tank,
And you
Yeah.
got Rashid
and you got what was the other guy name?
Yes.
fight.
Rashid
Rashid
Evans.
Yeah, Rashi Harris.
He a
He's
hell of a
beat
fighter.
There's gonna be a crazy undercard, you know.
Yeah, that's
And
gonna
and
be a hell of a fight.
and last but not least, the bonus. We have Mr. Cater Plant sending knockout warnings to Mr. David Benavidez.
Yeah, you
y'all
see
want to
it?
tackle? Y'all want to touch that real quick before we get out of here?
Of course. That's what we do, baby.
Go ahead, take
Listen,
it away, Jay.
Nah, man, I saw it. I saw it. He put on. You saw it, dude? What he said?
nah, but listen, I ain't see it. But listen, let me tell you something. All I know, Anthony Deville was being a bully to Caleb Plant,
He
talking
was.
greasy, press conference, everything. Caleb Plant, calmly say I don't even know this dude like that for him to be talking to me like that. His eye, he knocked him out and threw dirt on him.
It's true.
Okay,
He did.
that's what
He
happened
did.
when people bully.
He threw an invisible dirt on him.
That's right, with the shovel. Okay,
Invisible shovel.
And gloves
right.
on. He had
Then
gloves on.
and then on top of that, he slapped Benavidez' brother right in the gym, right. And now Benavidez keep bullying Caleb Plant,
Now you
right?
see, this is where you're gonna need a pump. I'm trying to tell you
No,
to chill.
no, wait,
I
hold
don't
on.
want to pick up the phone.
Let me finish. He slapped Benavidez' brother, right? Real slap too, though. It wasn't no slow slap. He slapped the shit out of him, right? Right? He slapped him hard, right? Then after he slapped him, he stood slap, right? Because he couldn't do nothing. He couldn't catch Plant, right? And they keep bullying Plant. Leave Plant alone, man. Plant right now,
All right.
Plant got nothing to lose right now, to be honest with you. Plant got nothing to lose right now,
He got
bro.
a lot to do.
No, he don't.
He
He
got,
already got that L on his
bro,
record right now. That weight class.
yeah, but
I'm
he got a
telling you,
lot
listen,
to lose because listen, Caleb Plant losing to Benavidez, he gonna be a journeyman.
no. If
What you mean no?
Benavidez lose, listen to me. If Benavidez lose, he could forget about that Canelo fight ever.
Yo,
It's
Canelo,
over.
listen,
Listen,
you see,
listen to me. Listen to me.
this is what I don't
But
understand. This is what I
let me
don't
finish.
understand. You bringing
Let me
up
finish.
Canelo,
Let me
right?
finish. Let
Canelo
me
gotta worry
finish.
about writing. You know who's writing?
Let me finish. Oh my God. Let me finish. Let me finish. If you think,
Yeah,
if you
what
think that
Jack
Canelo
Ryder?
is,
That Jack Ryder or something?
listen to me. If you think that Canelo is dodgy Benavidez now, right? You think Canelo's dodgy Benavidez now, right?
I don't
Hey
think he's
man,
scared of him, but I know that
all
the
right,
team is dodging.
all right, you said he dodging, right? If
All I gotta say is
Benavidez,
this: listen, get the fuck out of here.
listen to me,
That's all
bro.
I gotta say.
If Benavidez even look a little bit sloppy in that plant fight, that's more ammunition to be like, get the fuck out of here. I don't need to fight him. He lost to fucking plant. I'm telling you, it's gonna be that
No,
easy, bro. Watch,
but
all right?
listen,
What? What?
let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I'm hoping that he do look sloppy. That's the only way he's gonna fight him.
No, he not.
That's the only way.
No, he not.
Listen, let me tell you something. Mexican, you can't fool Mexican. You can fool them for a little bit, but you cannot fool them for a whole bunch or a long time. They want that fight. That's the fight that every Mexican wants. They're ready
He
to
gotta
get
fight. He gotta look good.
from Chavez, the great Julio Cesar Chavez, from Mike Tyson. Listen, from Oscar De La Hoya, they all know and they all have been saying the same thing. Why hasn't Canelo taken on him? And they all said the same thing. Listen, mostly, you know what I heard? And it makes a lot of sense. Think about it, guys. If Benavidez does fight Canelo, and Benavidez beats Canelo, you know that Benavidez is an instant star. You know that, right? Just on
Yeah,
Mexicans alone. He becomes an instant star. And I
yeah.
think that's what Canelo has been holding back. You know, for a lot of people, they say that Canelo doesn't like to help his fellow Mexican, whatever. He'd rather fight guys from the UK with that European style that suits him better. And to be honest with you, and this is the truth, I believe that his career at 168, he's done his thing, but his whole career he's been fighting UK fighters.
At 168, yeah,
That's all he's been doing, fighting UK fighters. The only one I do give, not for nothing, I do give him credit for the Caleb win. That was a great win.
yeah.
For Canelo, that was not. It was a great win. I'm not even lying. After Caleb gave that performance with Anthony Durrell. Even though Anthony was a little old, he said it himself, it's not the same him fighting me. I'm 30-something years old. I'm almost out.
He shouldn't be
He's
talking like
supposed to
that, though.
say that. He's supposed to say that.
I
He's
know, I
supposed
know.
to say that.
Nah, let me tell you something. When you know that you're a certain age, you gotta humble yourself. He was talking greasy, calling
He
him
was.
white
He
boy.
said he won't.
He said, "You tell me let this white boy beat me, or let this white boy knock me out. You bug, and the white boy put dirt on you, bro."
Yeah, 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 yeah. And
You know
still,
that.
see, I gotta give it. You're speaking facts. So whatever you're saying right there, I agree with you. But I'm telling you right now, dude, the Mexican monster is for real. You see,
Okay.
he has been shut. He hasn't been saying nothing. You haven't been seeing a lot of things from Devin Benavidez.
You know
He's
why?
busting his ass in the gym.
You know why?
All right. He hasn't been
But you know,
talking a lot in the. He's been busting his ass in the gym.
all right. But do you know why, though?
No, but he got to look good in this fight. But
No, it's
even
not
at
that though.
that,
He's so happy to Anthony Durrell.
no, I don't think. I think he's actually
He saw
You know what?
the talking shit ain't gonna work, bro. I'm telling you. Don't be
All
talking
I
crazy
know,
to that man.
listen. All I know is that pressure breaks fight. I've seen, even though I do agree. I told you that we spoke about this and we agreed that Caleb looked a lot better now that he got a strength and conditioning coach. He's looking
Uh-huh.
great. I mean, to be honest with you, I think he would have gave a lot more problems to Canelo that night that he fought Anthony Durrell. Because
Yeah.
that kid, he didn't even get tired, nothing. He did great, and I hope he comes in 100%. Because I swear to everything I love. Let me ask you a question, please. Listen to this question.
Yeah.
Was that the best Anthony Durrell, Caleb Plant that you seen when he fought Anthony Durrell?
No.
When was the best that he? What other fight he fought better than?
That's what Anthony Durrell fight better.
No.
No,
Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant.
Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant. Is that the
Oh,
best
yeah,
fight,
yeah, yeah. That's the best I've seen him fight. Yeah, yeah.
including the Canelo fight?
Yeah, he did better there in the Canelo fight. Hell yeah.
He did better in the Canelo fight than the one in Anthony Durrell.
No, he did better in the Anthony Durrell fight than the Canelo.
Remember this, guys. Oh, I think look, this is what I like. I like to go fishing. But check this out. This is the best Caleb Plant we've seen. So I don't want to hear nothing. Listen, I don't
No,
want to hear nothing.
you
When my
not.
man, listen, what you gonna say? When
Jay, your audio, Jay.
you hear me?
Yeah, you faded
Yeah,
You
in
hear
and
me?
out.
You hear me, guys?
Yeah,
yeah.
you sound far.
I sound far. How about that?
Yeah, you good now.
Yeah, so I don't want to hear no excuse because you said that that's the best Caleb
Hey,
Plant that we see. Now, Yak is right there. Listen, Yak, yeah, that's what Yak. Look, you hear Yak? Yak is listening
yeah.
to me.
Hey,
She know what's good. I don't want to hear no excuses.
you're
Come when
not.
that fight come through, oh no, he didn't look the same. When he break him down, I don't want to hear no excuses.
You're not gonna hit no excuses.
You, am I? Let me. Is he gonna get your props?
For Plant?
No, Benavides
Oh
when he
no, I
got
said yeah.
Canelo.
Beating Plant? Yeah, yeah. If he beat Plant before Canelo, yeah, yeah.
I can tell you right now. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's gonna be a hell of a fight. Caleb Plant looked really good in his last fight.
It does good. I'm telling you.
He looked really good. Really good. Really. It's gonna be a hell of a fight. But there's only I was telling there's only one fighter that I'm kind of fearing. Like not that I fear, but I'll be like, wow, that's gonna be like a toss-up fight for David Benavides is that kid Dave Burrell from Cuba.
Mm.
Listen, that kid right there is the truth. He almost killed the dude the last fight, man. So, I'm sorry to hear that. I just found out that he woke up from a coma or something like that, and he's back with his family in the UK or Australia or something like that. So that's good that at least he's going back to his family and that he's no longer going through it.
Well, folks, that's our time. Please subscribe, hit the notification bell, like, follow.
Angel,
What's up?
I'm sorry, man, but can I ask you my last question?
What question you got?
Who is right?
Yak.
What?
Yak. Yeah, Yak is trying to ask you the same question.
Who's Ryder?
Who's right?
The overseas boxer.
A UK boxer.
Yep.
Nobody know. Not even his own
I'm gonna look him up.
mama. Not even Tuti know.
What is it? Is it Jack? Is it Jack or Zach?
No,
I
Yak,
think
Yak.
it's Jack. Yakety Jack.
The
Listen,
cognac,
man.
Yak.
Listen. Angel, we gotta do a segment. The next segment is for Canelo. We wanna know why is he ducking the good fights at 168? Oh, did you hear that the fight is gonna be at 168 with Bivol, right?
Yeah.
What's it? Oh, what?
Bivol and Canelo.
It's gonna be a rematch with Bivol, and it's gonna be at 168.
164?
6'8".
168.
Hey, oh, yeah.
That's gonna be interesting.
Yep.
Yeah, man, for the image.
Any last words before we shut this down? We want everybody to have a Merry Christmas. Get your shopping on. Your last
Merry
minute shopping.
Christmas.
I gotta step out myself this week. I gotta go get the missus or something. You know. Get your last minute shopping.
Yo, Garcia,
Christmas is what, Sunday, right? Sunday? Yeah, Sunday.
Yeah,
Saturday, we got a lot of
Yes,
football going
sir.
on Saturday. So
yeah, that's great.
with that being said, keep God first. Everything else will follow. Let's
Amen.
let's pray. God brings 2023. Peacefully. I seriously doubt it. I think we're gonna have more BS. I hope not. Um,
I hope. I
let's
hope for blessings. I hope for health. Um, that's all I can hope for. If God wants to give me more blessings, let it be all health.
real quick, fellas. We're gonna do our last show of the year. We're gonna do it next. We can't do it Sunday. That's New Year's Eve. That's no New Year's Day. So can we squeeze something in on Saturday? Or you work, Toti?
Work.
Are you working?
He's gonna be
Yeah.
in there with the inmates saying what's up, right?
So
And happy
Happy
New
New
Year
Year.
with them, right?
I
Happy
guess
New
this
Year.
this is gonna be our
Yo,
last. This is gonna be our last
how
show
does
for
that work in
2022.
there, bro?
That was it. They be bugging. Happy New Year. Well, when I worked before, I worked at Reconciling for New Year one time. They was alright though. They didn't really bug out.
They don't
I
be
gotta see
bugging
how.
out.
Nah,
So fellas, so it looks like this is our last show for the year. We're not gonna be doing
Nah,
one next.
not at all, man. We could do something. Can't do that.
Nah, we can't. How? You work.
When?
nigga,
I work
Monday, bro.
tomorrow. I'm still doing it now.
Huh? What'd you say?
Monday, Sunday or Monday, nigga.
Nigga, Monday is January 2nd. Sunday is
Oh,
January 1st is New Year's Day. Sunday.
oh, it's over. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, man. What's it? Happy New Year, y'all.
Yeah, we won't be
Yeah,
able
Happy New Year. Merry Christmas.
unless you got a day off, do it next week. Because look. Saturday is Christmas Eve. Christmas Day is Sunday.
This Saturday.
This
This Saturday come.
Yeah, this Saturday is Christmas Eve, and then Christmas Day is Sunday. So the same day for Saturday and Sunday for
All
Christmas
right,
is
but the 26th is Monday.
huh?
The
Yeah.
26th is
We
Monday.
off. I'm off the
Okay,
26th.
so you want to do all right? So we'll do the show on next Sunday. And that's the 26th Monday.
That's
Monday we'll do the
Monday,
show. So
Monday.
folks, our last show is gonna be Monday the 26th for the year, and we'll put something together. We'll probably be bugging out. What we want to do is we want to do some trivias. You know what I'm saying? We want to give out some sweaters. JP brought that up. Behind the scenes, we could do some trivias where we could ask the audience, about some, I guess past, fights and questions, to see if they win. They could, win the question and then answer the questions, win, and then we'll send you guys a sweater. Yeah, let's do that. You want to do that?
Yeah, we can do.
Absolutely.
Well, you guys will get an underdog sports sweater. Just whoever wins, just, apparently you got to give us your size, address, and then we'll ship it over on us. We'll do it. All right.
Amen. Absolutely. Absolutely.
With that being said, folks, keep God first. I'm gonna say I say it again. Keep God first. Have a Merry Christmas. Please
Always.
follow, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and on to the next one. Peace.
All right, peace.
Peace.